Okay, let's see if we can finally take on Lucifuge hard mode. That means we have to climb up both sides of the tower and clearing out some enemies. You'll see how it goes. Just gotta be normal for the first little bit. Gotta climb all the way to the top of the tower. Probably still gonna take from these chests in here. Might as well. Once we do get the talisman that lets us go straight to the top of the tower, that's when we'll start getting super fast rates for the branches. Hopefully it drops quickly. Don't actually know what the drop rate is. Although I do know once you have a talisman, they start rolling in very quickly because you can just blast through Lucifuge kills. Oh wait, I think I have to do something here. I think you have to talk to every NPC and let them summon out a bunch of guys. Fight or give Maca. 1000 Maca. I'll fight, I guess. Don't know what the Maca does. So we've killed them. I believe that means that at the top of the tower, one of the little plasmas will have lit up. And I need to light them all up, and that means it's a true Lucifuge run. This is meant to be a duo run, with one person going up each side of the tower. And we may run into some issues with the other side, because I believe we have to use Almighty, since it nulls all physical damage, and all of my damage is physical. And my Almighty attack is good damage, but it only has 3 stacks, which causes a lot of issues. So here's the top, and you see all these 5 are lit up. Now I have to go all the way back down again, and then back up again. This is going to take forever. Maybe I will have to get one of my clannies to join in with this, because it's just not reasonable. As long as I'm able to deal heavy damage to the boss, I'll allow myself to team up with somebody else for this. Let's see if these things are also immune to physical. Yeah, okay. Gotta use Almighty. At least I can 2-hit them. If Hime can stay alive, we can get our cooldown reduction up. Now I'm interested what the Maca option is. Give him 1k Maca. Does it just clear the boss fight for me? Because that would speed this up quite a lot. But I also don't want to trash this run, so I'll do it next run. Oh, what? I can kill these things. I wonder if it was just because I was on one of my elementals, and I just thought that they were immune to physical, but it was just immune to whatever element I was on. Why is he so off-screen? Okay, this seems to be the first floor, so I guess we're done, and we're heading back up to the top. Okay, they're all lit. This guy has the option to move me back to the ground floor. That would be faster if I just work from the ground up. Okay, let's go take on Lucy. Use my damage reduction. And we'll digi into Vitala. If I die, then I'll lose this digi. Hope this works. Oh yeah, we're doing it. Oh, what the fuck? We were not doing it. I guess his Almighty attacks go through my damage reduction. Okay, take 2. And I'll try and dodge any Almighty attack coming my way. Although we may need to increase our health a little bit. Oh my god! What is that damage, bro? There's an Almighty attack. Okay, we dodged that one. Okay, we're back to damaging. Damage looks good, to be honest. Just gotta keep our shields up. And make sure nothing charges at me. Probably would be good to stay on this side of the pillar. Oh, that's definitely one to dodge. Okay, we did it. We dodged. There's another almighty. And now he's reflecting all physical, so I have to use my... Oh no. Now I have to wait it out. Yeah, that's the issue of this boss, is that if you stay here too long, he starts to reflect either physical or magic. You see, he already did it once, but he swapped to reflecting magic, and I'm purely physical, except for my almighty attack, which goes through either. But my almighty attack was doing 24 damage, so clearly that's not going to cut it. And it's not like he swaps back and forth, he can swap to all physical over and over and over again, so it's just random chance whether I have to wait a minute or like 10 minutes. Okay, he's on magic. Ready to go. Let's finish him off. That looks good. GG, hard mode Lucifuge. First kill complete. What's the loot? Nothing. So I can get like really nice top from this for PC and DU. And we're kind of in our demon user era now, trying to power up our demon gear. Okay, what does this give Macca option do? Okay, looks like it clears it without us even needing to fight it, so definitely going to use that for the south tower where I can only use Almighty. Okay, let's give this another try. Might be best to like move over to the side. He's not really going to follow me, I don't think. Oh, I wasn't wearing my grid gear. That's why my damage was so trash. Okay, he did his swap, but he swapped to magic. So I'm not able to kill him before the first swap, which is pretty bad. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. The rush attack. I wonder if I can kill him without redigging. Save my digi. He's on pretty low health. Looks like we're managing to do it without redigging. Saved a gummy. Second kill. Still got some issues we need to resolve, but it's going better than expected. No loot. So I'm going to pop this Tokyo Brew and see how high that takes my HP. Okay. Up to 1500. Hopefully that'll help me survive that rush attack that Hecate has. Okay, attempt number 3. Ooh, shit. He stole my dodge. Okay, he's already swapped. There is this item in the comp shop that gives me 20% limit break chance for 30 minutes, costs 5 MF. Might be worth using that here, just to get this done before we can swap the reflect. What the fuck killed me? I didn't even see any attack come through. Wonder if I can kill that Hecate. It's clearly giving me a ton of issues. Come on, get him down before he swaps. Yeah. Loot number 3. The DCM. We're hoping for the talisman. That lets me skip to the top. Skip all that running through the dungeon bullshit. Ooh, an interesting box here. This Abyss Uncharged Key, originally it didn't do anything at all, but I think they changed it so that you could charge it up somehow. And that lets you into the Abyss run. Abyss Tower, I think. Pretty cool that we already have one of those. And we've got a box. Obviously this is the ring value pack. Let's pop that open right now. Maybe we'll get a rapid ring. No, what is this? An item depot for 30 days. That's actually pretty nice. Costs 10 MF. It's almost like I got 40 MF that run. Okay, now that we have our digi to fall back on if need be, we can probably start to see if we can run home 2. And that requires us continuing on with the axe. There's only 2 left. This one's called Side A. Starts with Snake Man. Just the torque option, I guess. Yep. quest called Eternal Rest has been taken. This is where another one of our exceptions kicks in. Gonna have to head to a bunch of gold dungeons to complete them. So first dungeon we have to go through is Nakano Gold. Gonna turn off my autolooter, as my exception says to do. And this is actually my favorite dungeon of all. And I was pretty sad when I started this, but I knew that I wasn't going to be doing much of this dungeon. Just this one single run through is all I get, so I'm going to savor it. Let's go. So the reason I like this dungeon so much is that it's very complex. And it's more of a quad party dungeon. Like, solo is not too interesting. It's much better when you have 4 or 5 people. There's a quest here that I can take, but I'm not going to allow myself to take quests in here. I'm supposed to be only in here just for that single act. So there's a split path here. You can go 2 different directions, but you have to end up doing both ways anyway, so you just come in here, and this is the first path. And every path loops back to the center room. So the idea is that there's 4 separate paths that all link back to the main room. And the main room has the doorway to the boss already visible, but it's just closed. And in order to get that door open, you have to exit through a teleporter on each of the 4 paths. That's why I said it's much better if you have 4 people. You can send 1 person to each path. So this is the final path, the 4th one. When you go through the teleporter, all the walls are up, and then you walk forward and they drop down, and a bunch of phantoms spawn in. Gotta kill all these. And once all 4 corners are fully killed, some minions will spawn in the middle here. And that's the final path to the boss. And the door opens up and we're ready to go into the final floor towards the boss. This floor is pretty similar as well, where there's multiple paths to go to. You have to head down one side and then come back and head down the other to hit 2 switches. That's the regular way to do it. Or if you're a pro, you can go into the middle and fight an alternate mini-boss. This is my favorite part. You go through one teleporter and then you get spawned right next to a stairway that you can fall down. So many people fall back there and they have to run back through the boss room again. But we can just go straight to the boss here, and there we are. At the end of this, we have to make sure to pick up an item on the ground, otherwise this was all for nothing. Got some Mizuchis and some Nue, and Zwan Wu is the boss. Big turtle boy. Should be weak to electric. Not too bad. Not going to take the light or that, but we have to pick up the item. So where is it? Is that it? Oh, blends in so much. Got the comp. Okay. Moving on to Wayno Mirage. So Wayno Mirage is another dungeon that is best done in a duo. Definitely not a solo dungeon, because there is a split path that a solo player has to go both ways. It's pretty annoying. We start out in the desert area. Just a very long labyrinth with a lot of weird ways to go. Let me show you a little trick about this part coming up that not many people know about. When you walk into this room, 6 demons will spawn. 2 of each type. So you've got Cockatrice, what is that, Basilisk, and Hecate, who are coming for me immediately. Let me just take these guys out. Oh, as I was about to say, depending on which one you kill that spawns the Pazuzu, dictates which path you have to go. So we killed the Hecate, and then the Pazuzu spawned, so the path we have to take is the Hecate path. And you can see which one is the Hecate path based on this map. So Hecate is the top, Basilisk is the middle, Cockatrice is the bottom. So we have to go to the top. If I went to one of this one or this one, it would send me to some random other area, but the top one will let me continue through the dungeon. Now we're inside the mausoleum. Just a very long catacombs-like dungeon. A lot of different paths you can take. Another quite an interesting dungeon. I like this one a lot. Especially the true version of this dungeon. Requires a bunch of coordination. Basically, if a dungeon requires coordination, I really enjoy it. Even though I usually run with people who have no idea what they're doing, and I just have to like guide them the entire way. This is the part where there's two different ways you can go. Normally you'd send one person that way, the other person that way, and then the rest of the people just head towards the boss. Okay, we're heading towards the boss, finally. These dungeons are so long solo. I think you can just skip over all these enemies in the middle. They just respawn infinitely anyway. These ones you gotta kill. Big stairway all the way up to the boss. A bunch of mini boss rooms along the way. And now, the final boss. Ishtar and a bunch of Isis. Immediately took out Kukuri with a Megi. Ooh, they are dealing damage. And that just leaves Ishtar. Maybe electric will be good. Nope. She has a lot of health, doesn't she? Some of my gear's broken. Probably one of my jewelry pieces. Okay, where is the little comp this time? Can't see it. Gotta look even closer. Damn, this thing is hard to find. Is it even here? I cannot see it. Oh my god. How am I supposed to find this thing? It's so tiny. Okay, there we got it. Get me out of here. Next up is Shinagawa Catacombs. Ah, a very quick one. This is the dungeon you get my old favorite demon, Samael. It's a very long dungeon if you're doing the true mode, but we're just doing the false mode. Super quick. Really good MF. So you hit the fountain at the start, and it nullifies random affinities. So Almighty and Slash won't be able to be used in this dungeon for this run. And all we have to do is go about halfway through this floor, and there'll be a switch that'll let us walk all the way back through the dungeon to the boss room. Here's the switch. Two options, entrance floor or next floor. We go entrance floor. Next floor is if you want to do a true run, looping back to the main room, and we can just go the opposite direction. It'll let us go straight to the boss. By Hugh, the big tiger. Oh no. This happens a lot in this dungeon. The door crash. Hopefully we're still inside once we log back in. Oh shit, right into the boss room. Take him out with fire. Now where... Oh, okay, that was easy to find. Luckily, because it was sitting on a white patch. That's the final piece. Now we can head to Home 2. Over in Shinagawa Field here, there is a little guy over here who will let me into Home 2. And Home 2 is... the gimmick of it is that each patch of enemies all have the same weakness. And if you hit that weakness, you deal insane amounts of amplified damage. Although the weaknesses they use aren't just elemental, they're like death and mind and mystic, stuff that I don't have access to. So we may have some trouble on some of the patches of enemies, but most of them have elemental weaknesses I can abuse. But this is going to be a very important dungeon moving forward. Has a lot of good drops, and the orbs that you get from the end are a currency for buying like demon skills, quickly moving your alignment around. May have to rock the grid suit, so we won't have scander for this run. Gonna need the extra damage, I think. Okay, let's start Home 2. It's kind of coming back to me now. I did run this dungeon a lot. Yeah. Heavy weak point. Looks like we're going to be able to clear this without issue. And the reason I want to get in here and start doing runs is my demon user demon is going to come from this dungeon. Can you guess what it is? Might be difficult. Almost at the end here. It's got one big room to clear and then we're on to the boss. Got a bunch of slimes. They're weak to fire. And the only Australian demon in the entire game, Yerlinga, from Aboriginal folklore, the rainbow snake. Said to be a deity of the rain. Oh no 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 no, something broke. My fucking earring? My talisman broke. Off to the boss. So this is the boss, just a lot of the same enemies, except for one in the middle. Who's that? Oh, it's Karui, the girl from the tutorial. She turned into a zombie in here. Alright, now we have to choose. Hold her hand for a lore shift, ease her suffering for a chaos shift, or say nothing for no shift. I'm going to say nothing. Rest in peace, Karui. Okay, let's see if we can pull some loot right off the bat. Give me something good. Oh, we didn't get anything. 80 corals, that's going to be nice to start stacking up. This Revival Orb Dark is basically useless, just the same as a Revival Orb, but I think it lowers their XP. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to lower their XP. And at the end of every Home 2 dungeon, you have the option to going in the back door here. I guess you can't go in there the first time during the act run, but there is a little shopping area back there that you can spend these orbs on. And there's Eternal Rest Side A complete. Home 2 fully unlocked. Second Home 2 run, gonna start building up some orbs, and here they are. No loot this time though. Oh, I think I could show the back rooms now. Yeah. So we're into a little tunnel. And here is the Home 2 residential area. A bunch of demons in here that sell a lot of stuff. Yagi Mia sells like DCMs and I guess that's a ticket that has a DCM in it. Slime can make you some nice Demon Force. And get some plugins too. All the ones you missed from the axe, I guess.